In this video, Icarus give me 5 tips for the music industry. Let's jump in. Hey, it's Grahame from Data Transmission, and today we're back with another big question, and this time we're joined by house music producers Icarus, and they're going to give me 5 tips for the music industry. I hope you enjoy these. Let's jump in without further ado and see what their tips are.
Hi guys, it's Tom here from Icarus. Currently self-isolating in a different place in the country from my brother Ian, who's obviously the other member of Icarus. So we're recording this separately. We're going to splice the video together for this data transmission big question feature. Thanks Grahame for having us on. So the things that we want to talk about is 5 music industry tips. So I'll start with number 1 and then I'll flick over to Ian for number 2. First one is quite simply being nice to people. And I don't want that to seem patronising, and it might seem kind of obvious, but I think it's quite important that, you know, the saying goes, be nice to people on the way up because you'll meet them on the way back down. And I think that can ring true, and I think it's worth bearing in mind. Just being nice to people, be respectful, treating people how you'd like to be treated really does go a long way. People do remember when, you know, maybe someone hasn't been particularly nice or respectful in a certain situation, and sometimes you hear stories around the industry. So I guess just being aware of that is, you know, kindness and respect are very easy things to maintain. So yeah, that's number 1. I think doing that will benefit your career in the long term, so that's what we try to do. I'm going to flick to Ian for number 2.
Number 2, we're going to go with never stop learning. I think it doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry, how many years you've been making tunes, how many DJ sets you've played. There's always stuff to be learned from listening to and working with other people. Online, YouTube especially for production and music writing. That's a great resource. Doing writing sessions with different vocalists, writers, producers. You're always going to learn new things from different people. So I think having a willingness to learn new stuff, no matter what age you are, that's really important.
Okay, number 3. I think this one's quite important. Learning some actual music business, and by that we mean sort of learning about the norms within the industry, some of the legalities. I think that's quite important. Ian and I were lucky enough to both study music at degree level, and we had music business modules on those courses, and to be honest, they've really helped us out through our career. Obviously you should have legal counsel, you should have a lawyer, management, people like that around you to help you. Also talking to other people that you know within the industry to ask their opinion if you don't know something, maybe in a contract, you know, a remix agreement or a record agreement, or maybe you've been sent something because your music's being licensed for something like that. There's loads of information online, and I think it's good to just have an idea about some of the norms within the industry, because sometimes your lawyer might miss something, or your manager might miss something, or, you know, there's just, obviously, again, talking about stories like earlier, some people might not have your best interest at heart. So I think knowing some music business yourself will serve you well.
Number 4, don't be afraid of failure. You're going to encounter failure if you want to work in the music industry. It's just part of learning how to grow and how to get better at what you do. I don't think there's probably a musician or producer or DJ out there that hasn't failed at something multiple times, and it's all about not getting too disheartened and trying to learn from it, trying to figure out why things didn't work out maybe how you wanted them to, and just trying to do better next time. I think sometimes it's really easy to put all your energy into maybe getting a collection of tracks together, and then you might send them out and nobody's interested in them. Well, you can either take that personally and give up, or you can just work on what you're doing, try and get better and give it another go. And I think most people that succeed long term are just keeping at it and just being persistent, have a lot of self-belief, and just keep working hard. So yeah, I mean, you're going to fail, so get used to it, pick yourself up again and have another go.
Number 5, we're going to go with don't go it alone. I think it's beneficial to have other people around your project. When things start to go well, you're going to have more opportunities come your way. Having people that you trust around you and that you respect their opinion is really important, and it can help you out massively. They can help you decide what you maybe should or shouldn't pursue, what might be more beneficial for you at a certain time. Also, things like artwork or videos and stuff like that. There are some artists that are really great at doing all sorts of things other than just making music, and maybe they have a really clear vision for their art and they want to keep it all within their own hands, and they want to do everything, have complete control, and respect to those people. But I do think actually letting go a bit sometimes of not control, because you want to oversee everything, and if you have a clear vision for your project, that's great and you should pursue that vision. But something we've learned over the years is that if you do let people in and you let some opinions in, you will be surprised at what people bring to the table, and it can better your project, it can better your work, it can better the way something looks, or the way a campaign goes, or anything really. So yeah, we've really learned to let people come on board and listen to them, and if you like what they say, then work with people. So there we go. That's our 5 tips for the music industry. Shout out Data Transmission. Thank you, Grahame, for having us on. And hopefully we'll see everyone at a show soon. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Icarus. Thanks for giving me those tips. I really found them useful. I really hope you did as well. If you did, drop me which one you found was the most useful for you in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please feel to like it. And there's some other videos coming up next. I hope you enjoy those too. I'll see you again next time.